Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope that you are all doing well. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite things, which is playing around with some new products. Like everything going on right now, I have not had a chance to try out some products that were sent to me, and so I wanted to kind of give you guys the first impressions, play around with them, and also just do like a little get ready with me. I'm gonna pin back my hair with these like massive clips that I have now, just so that it's out of my face. My bangs are getting so long. I'm too scared to do any like large haircut. So I've just been like kind of snipping them, but I think they're getting like wild and out of control. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Might just be like a pin back sort of moment. I was going to start out this kind of get ready with me by trying out this new product from Aliyah. This is their Glow priming oil, but I put it on the back of my hand and it's pretty like slippery. It definitely adds a lot of glow to your skin. The foundation that I'm planning to use today is the Vapor Soft Focus foundation. So I don't think that these would be a perfect match just because this is already a little bit slippery and I feel like I need like a good mattifying primer underneath it in order to keep it in place. So I'm gonna skip out on this for today, but we'll revisit this. I'm thinking it would be a good pair with the Range Beauty foundation if you want a little bit extra glow. So we are putting this on the back burner, but we will be talking about this eventually. But today I'm just going to use the Vapor Soft Focus foundation. I don't have anything on my skin right now because again this needs like a little bit of a primer or some sort of like very matte surface or else it's going to slide around. My skin's pretty dry right now, so I'm assuming it will grab to it perfectly fine. So what I am going to try it with is this new Jenny Patinkin beauty sponge. I was kindly sent these, which is like one big one, one small one, and Jenny Patinkin's brush cleaner to try out from Aliyah. This will be my first time using it. I usually use this Vapor foundation with a sponge. I'm just giving it a good shake, and then I'll use about a pump on the back of my hand. I have this in the shade 12S, and this sponge is really interesting. It's a really lightweight texture. It's like addicting to go like this with it. I did dampen it, but it does say that you can use it dry. It's definitely lighter, a little bit less dense than the Beauty Blender, and there's like a different texture to it. It's almost like a little bit like stickier. So we'll see how this applies. First, I was sort of wishing that it came in a different color, so it hid my like foundation a little bit more, but I think having it be white is a great reminder to wash your brushes and your sponge after you use them, which I am awful at. This is definitely a different experience than a beauty blender. There's not as much density to it, which I know I said before, so actually kind of patting it in feels different. It is giving a really nice finish that's definitely comparable to the beauty blender. You can even see like I'm not even squeezing it that hard, and it like collapses in on itself a little bit. So you can see how dirty it gets. It just reminds me, again, to clean my sponges very often. In fact, it says on the instructions to clean it after every use. So I'll try the brush cleaner with it and see how that goes and see how clean it comes out. So it would be a bummer if like everything stains it. I do like the finish that it has. I also like the shape of this blender because again, you can have like a more precise tip. It's natural to hold it like in the kind of crease, and then you can sort of stamp product, like if you're using powders or anything with this, you can kind of stamp it on with this larger side. I would say it's pretty comparable size-wise to the Beauty Blender, so very comfortable to use. And like I said, there is a smaller version too here, and you can use it dry as well. So I'll try it dry and keep you guys posted. It's definitely like a different feel than the Beauty Blender, but I think it works just as well. Okay, I'm just gonna use my like traditional brow products. I don't have anything new to try here. I did sharpen my Honest Beauty brow pencil, which makes a huge difference. I'm just lightly gonna fill in my brows, and I mainly fill in the front because it's where they're most sparse. Then I'm going to use my Eco Brow Clear Brow Gel, Kosas Concealer just underneath my eyes a little bit, and I'm going to use a sponge to blend it out. I didn't even bring any mascara to use, so I'm just going to curl my lashes really well. So because the base that I use, the Vapor foundation, is a little bit dewier, I'm taking this opportunity to try out some powder products that I haven't had a chance to. So I'm going to play around with a couple of complexion products that I have that are new. So the first is this Aerie Perez Rice Powder and Bronzer in the shade Brooklyn. So it's 2 shades, bronzer and blush, obviously, as you can see. And then I also have this complexion palette from True and Luscious, this Lucky Glow Bronze and Highlight palette. And there are 6 different colors in here. Really beautiful colors, so I'm excited to see how they perform. I'm going to use actually some of these on my eyes instead of on my cheeks. And then I'll use one of the bronzers on my cheeks, but I'm going to try out this Aerie Perez blush. So let's start with the eyes. I'm going to use my fingers just because these look pretty shimmery. I don't want too much fallout. So that is very pretty. So this is the shade Heaven Sent. This is one of the highlight shades. Very like a glittery shimmer. Really interesting texture. It's sort of a soft powder. Like if you push into it, it's almost like you can have a little bit of an imprint. It's applying really beautifully to my lid. I don't know, this might be too glittery for me to use as a highlighter for like my personal taste, but definitely as an eyeshadow. It has like a nice amount of kind of like foil and metallic to it. Okay, I'll see how that kind of stays in place throughout the day. So Aerie Perez also sent me this brush, the All Beauty brush, is that what it's called? I'm not totally sure, but I'll have it linked down below. And then this rice powder blush and bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with the blush first. I'm kind of just stamping it on, and then I'll blend it in. One thing I like off the bat is that it's matte, so I'm not seeing any kind of like sparkle to it, which most of the time for powder blushes are not my favorite. I also just used a very small amount and it was pretty pigmented. Yeah, like look how pigmented that is. I'm definitely gonna have to blend that out. But this is a pretty more red toned blush, which can sometimes be trickier to find. It's not orange. Definitely a red pink undertone. My skin is definitely starting to feel pretty dry. I think I probably could have gone for a layer of moisturizer just considering how much powder I'm using. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer, and then I'm going to add either some bronzer or some blush to my eyelids. So I'll swatch all of these shades so you guys can see them, but I'm going to be using the color Serendipity because I think Good Fortune is going to be a little bit too warm for me. But it would make a really great transition color if you're using it as an eyeshadow. And I can tell that these are quite powdery, so I'm just gonna kind of like dust it on the back of my hand and then apply. Actually showing up a lot warmer than I thought it would based on the pan. So for me, these bronzing shades might work better as eyeshadows. Don't know that they're the kind of like right undertone for my skin. They're blending nicely. They're not clinging anywhere. But yeah, they're just a little bit too warm, which I understand is what most people want in a bronzer. So that's perfectly fine. But for me, because I'm so pale, warm bronzers can just look a little bit too like orangey on my skin. So I'll probably be using this more as an eyeshadow. So I am going to go in with that same brush and apply a little bit of Serendipity that I just used on my cheeks to my eye. And I'll be careful not to disrupt kind of the gold shadow that I have in there. Yeah, like that makes a beautiful eyeshadow for me. Really pretty. And then the next product I'm going to use is this little sample of Aliyah Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. This is not something that I've tried before, but I definitely feel like I need a little bit of dew back into my skin. I feel like I could have done that Lila B primer. So a lot comes out with one pump. I don't think I'll be needing that much. I'm going to take this with a sponge, just apply to the high points of my cheekbone. This color is like a kind of like a golden tan. Let's see what shade this is. In the shade Nova. Definitely adding a nice highlight. They also have like a pinky or like more cool tone version of this. So if you need a cooler undertone, check that out. I also think this would be really nice underneath product. There's definitely some sparkle to it, but it's not over in like an overwhelming amount. And again, you get that like very metallic sort of highlight. For me, I think I would wear this more underneath makeup rather than on top, just because it does look not artificial, that's the wrong word, but it's not like a natural glow. Also, I think would make as a really pretty like cream eyeshadow base. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this product on. I talked about this in 2 weeks ago in my June favorites video. This is the Vapor Lip Nectar in the shade Hint, and I've just really been enjoying like being able to throw this on. It's really comfortable. And you can see it's pretty pigmented. Okay, I'm just gonna run and grab some mascara and then I'll be right back. I haven't worn mascara in like 2 weeks. So that feels very dramatic. I'm gonna take my hair down. And that is the finished look. So lots of new products that I tried today. I feel like my opinion is out on some of them. Definitely feel like I was saying with the Aliyah highlight, I would prefer it underneath makeup. I just think it would be like a slightly more natural finish because right now it's pretty metallic. I'm really enjoying the highlighter and bronzer that I used as an eyeshadow. I'll zoom you guys in really quick so that you can see, but it's feeling really nice. It hasn't done any creasing so far. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't know if they are like the bronzer and highlighters that I would use all over my face on a normal basis. Just because the tones are a little bit off for me, and then you guys know I prefer like a less sparkly highlighter, but certainly if you like a sparkly highlighter then you will like this. I am loving them as eyeshadows. I think they're super pretty. I also think this sponge is a real winner for me. I've been looking for something to replace my beauty blender with and haven't really seen anything in the clean beauty market, and this is kind of the first one that I've seen, and it works really well. It's definitely a different texture, a different feel, but I feel like you'll be addicted to smushing it. It's like a stress ball. It feels so good. And then I'm really happy with this blush that I used from Ari Perez. I feel like it's kind of hard for me to find like a red toned blush that's not too strong, but this pigment is definitely really versatile. You can either wear it very lightly like I have it right now, or you can really lay it on and have it be quite pigmented. I'll keep you guys posted on the bronzer since I know I didn't try that. It's nice to have like a red sort of more matte powdered blush. I feel like this will be really nice too for like holiday season to wear with a red lip. And this brush was a winner too. I use this all over my face. Super soft and does a really nice job of blending in product. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed just sitting down with me, playing with some new products today, testing them out. If you guys have any questions about anything that I tried today, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. Let me know what you guys have been trying too. Are there any new products that are worth it? Everything that I used is linked in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you again next week. Bye guys!